welcome everyone. I want to say welcome to my channel. Today's topic is Deontay. All right, Deontay Wilder. What really happened to him? What really happened in that fight? Now, there's a lot of things being said, and I've listened to all the experts, and everybody's talking about what they thought happened, and some of them I understand, but I look the fight, I study the fight, and so here's my take on the whole situation with Deontay and his loss. All right, now the most important thing that I think about this whole situation with his fight is not us the pundits and all of us that got our opinions, or the sports writers and all of them. I think this last fight was more about Deontay accepting what happened. It's gonna be up to Deontay to either turn this into something positive or understand what's going on, okay, or he should know best what happened that night. But using the excuse with the costume, I would have never done it as a champion. You could have come up with a lot of reasons, but if that was the truth, then sometimes it's better not to say nothing than to say the truth. Okay, because I believe the costume was part of it. I'm not going to say a complete denial that it wasn't, but here's my take on what happened. I believed, you see, this is for Deontay. This actually, what I'm saying is, hopefully Deontay can watch this video, and I want him to pull out. I'm going to hit the topics, and I want him to pull it out and see which one is right, or maybe a combination of what I'm going to say here. I believe he overtrained. Number one, I believe he overtrained, because there's something about it. It was like about 8 minutes into the fight. Okay, 2.5 rounds, 2 3/4 of a round. Was the second minute of the third round that he got knocked down. I think until then, until the referee broke them, separated them, and then Deontay got knocked down, I thought a second before, when the referee separated them, that was the time I noticed Deontay was already tired and panting for breath. It was much more than a costume. That was telling me it was something more deeper than that. Now, to get deep, that's why I'm giving these. I'm coming up with what it could be, and I want Deontay to pick it out. I think he overtrained. I give the costume a very little, because if you're already stressed, that costume will hurt you. I'll take it for what it is. I'm not going to say no. Another question is, this is for Deontay to figure this out. Was his training as good as he should have been? Meaning, was there any, was your wife at the training? Was she part of that, of your camp? That might have hurt you. But it's up to him. I'm not saying he did, but that's he must know what he did. Because I still believe it's very important that he knows what it is. If he understands what it is and understands the situation that he is in, then it could be better. Now, what I really think it was, I think it was a combination of the overtraining, but it was 8 minutes. 8 minutes into the fight, Deontay has never been pressured, and the stress that was created from the pressure and the overtraining, I think that's what really made him tired. Because if you were under stress, if you were under that pressure that Tyson Fury was putting him under, and it was an involuntary, stepping back, you're panicking, your adrenaline is going, you're forced to move your legs non-stop, 8 minutes long, non-stop. Deontay had to move his legs. And besides going backwards and being put under pressure, remember he was getting hit. Those punches might not have been, the power of Deontay or Mike Tyson that could hurt you. But their punches, they'll let you know that I'm there. So they were definitely hurting him. Okay, those punches were definitely hurting him, and that is something for Deontay to know. Put a combination of things I'm saying, and then understand what happened. He was being hit by a very heavy Fury, a very strong Fury too. Now, like I said, I think 8 minutes in the round, just before he got knocked down, he was already showing signs of being tired. In fact, he was holding his hands up and bleeding out of his mouth, and you can tell he was under stress. And then he gets the knockdown. You look at that punch, you can call it what it is. It was directly in the air. I call it the way it is. It was behind the head. I would say behind the head. When I look at it, it's more in the ear, a little bit to the back of the head. What that tells me, if your ear is bleeding from a punch and it's not a busted eardrum, he folded your ears up. He folded the hell out of it. Understand? So if he did that, that's what did the other part. The other part was, I believe it had a lot to do with equilibrium too. So stress from the pressure, overtraining, all the hits he was getting, and then when that knockdown came, you can say it's a perfect punch from Tyson Fury's point of view, because you remember when AJ got hit in his fight with Ruiz. Once you get hit there, it's kind of hard to, you know what's going on, but the rest of you don't want to do, the legs don't want to do what you're asking it to do. Now, what I also think, maybe the 17 pounds, maybe the added weight that he put on. I don't know if he put it on before the training camp or during the training camp. If Tyson Fury got you hyped and told you that he was going to come in big because he told everybody what he was going to be doing, and you decided to say, okay, I can equalize that by I'm going to put on that same amount of weight, that's a big difference. You see, Tyson Fury walks around a lot heavier, and he walks around like that. That's a big difference of when you're. I think Deontay has fought that heavy before too, but not in the middle of the training camp. I think you probably make those adjustments there. I think, and this is me talking to Deontay, and if that's what it is, that can hurt you. So in the end, here's my belief: overtrained. I think his wife was at his camp. It was the stress resulting from the pressure that he was getting. Okay, and ultimately that stress resulting from the pressure that he was getting and the knockdown, I think that's what did it. Okay, so Deontay, you need to pick out that, I came up with like 7-8 things what it could have been. I think it's a combination of them, but this is not about me trying. The reason why I'm putting it, the best thing for you to do is accept it, because I believe it's going to make you a better fighter. And now let's go to the stoppage. When during the whole fight, naturally a lot of people kind of spend more eyes looking at Tyson Fury because they were amazed what he was doing. But at the same time, when it hit about the 4th or the 5th round, people were starting to switch. People were starting to say, "Damn, Deontay is very strong." You started gaining a lot of respect, because it shows the champion in you. It's very easy to say the champion in you, but that was more than a champion. That was somebody who wasn't willing to just go sit down and say, "I'm gonna live to fight another day." I believe Deontay so much believed that he had that one more punch. The question I have with that, or the problem I have with that, is you had that punch the whole fight, and when you're almost as weak and not with all your coordination, you're hoping for that punch to land. I was gonna wonder, what it would take for you to actually land it. So in one way, I agree very much with the stoppage. On the other side, I understood what Deontay wanted to do. But there was something bigger than this that I love. This, I actually accept the stoppage is because somebody has to bring. It's good that we saw Deontay's willingness and his heart and everything in that fight. It's good that we saw it. So there's no doubt. There's no doubt that he comes to fight and he's just not going to give up a belt or not going to. He has no pride. He's got the money. He's got the belt. Most of all, he still has that old-fashioned pride in the old days of boxing. Okay. But sometimes we all have to come play with reality. We need to start understanding what reality is. Um, my take is I believe every boxer should. There's a couple things a couple of boxers must do. No matter how great you are, you must think that day will come. That day always comes. And for those that it doesn't come, they were in the wrong to see it come. And if you, as a great boxer, trying to put forth your legacy, still look around you and understand even the greatest had to give in. There will be a day. Every boxer must know, no matter how good you are, there will be a day when one man is going to come and he knows your number. It's simple. It's happened to the best of them. Look at Roy Jones Jr. Guy named Tarver. You just can't beat that guy. Look at Muhammad Ali. No matter what he do, just can't get satisfaction of beating that guy. But Muhammad Ali was smart about it. Look at Pacquiao. He just can't get satisfaction of beating Marquez. I know he wants to do something fantastic, and when he tried, he made a mistake. But do you see, it don't matter. There's always going to be one guy. And when you find that guy, the first thing you want to do is accept it. Second thing you want to do is that's going to be a hard fight. So you need to do the right things. Third, very important, you better milk it. You better milk the fact that you found your match. It's okay to find your match. Nobody wants to accept it. Now, I'm just talking. I'm only talking. But history keeps repeating itself, and we have to be smart. We have to be smart and understand it. The faster Deontay understands, okay, I did find my match. He'll find himself a lot more relaxed. No stress is going to get him. He's going to train within his limits, that he knows what he has to do. And he will actually have a lot more fun. Nothing is going to bother him. But most of all, he knows when he shows up fight night, he's ready for a fight. Now, not only is he ready for a fight, but he's ready for any outcome of the fight. But he knows one thing. When you prepare yourself, when you prepare for what you know is coming, no matter what happens in there, it's okay. Because you really are prepared for it. So like I said, the faster Deontay accepts it and makes the best of it, trains hard and milks it, it'd be better. Now, the thing is, can Deontay change and be better? What is he, 30? I think he's 35 already. I think Deontay's 35. You see, you can't train all dogs, no tricks. No, you can't. But you can do a little changes that they can all remember. Little things he can do, like a double jab. He can do that. He stopped using it in the fight. Should have continued using it. Can you learn to throw a double right hand? I think so. Can he learn how to telegraph his right hand? I believe so. You see, when you have a smart person like Tyson Fury, you know, you can have the best tools in the world. If you're not smart, you're not going to be a great boxer. Tyson Fury is a smart guy because we'll talk about all the changes he made, but he knew when that right hand was coming. He just changed it. He just changed up a couple things about it. Now, I believe if Deontay must change some things. He's not changing the whole fight game or none of that. I think he should learn to throw a double right. He throws the right hand, but to be in position to throw the next right, because we all know Deontay throws the right, open spread legs, hands down below the chest. The right hand is going to come. When he makes that jump, the right hand comes, and if he's in balance, he throws the left hook. So, as an opponent, as big as Tyson Fury is, and as agile as Tyson is agile, all he had to do was step back, even step straight back. He could even afford to go straight back. He didn't have to go straight back and go left or nothing. All he had to do was go straight back, because there was never going to be a second right hand, and you just watch for the left hook. All you had to do was, it can hit you going back or whatever. Just don't let it just don't let it have its full contact. You step back, you watch for the left hook, and then you can count it. Okay, so unless for what he's doing, and you're not trying to change the guy, at least teach him to do a double right and to double up on those jabs. Okay, he has a very good jab and didn't use it just because the other guy took his jab away, because he was worried. But we'll get to that. I think, what else can Deontay do? Look, Deontay is never going to stand and put both hands up and throw combinations, just like every other normal boxer that learns that. Deontay's gotten away with the straight right for the longest. But look at the heavyweights. The heavyweight division is changing. From now on, if you're not 6'5" and can move like a welterweight, you don't belong in the heavyweight division. The new heavyweights are going to be this way. If you're not 6'5" plus and can move like a welterweight, you got no business in the heavyweight division. Trust me, watch it. The only way I see, no, Deontay, this is not putting you down or anything like that. The only way you're gonna win a Tyson Fury fight is if Tyson Fury messes up. Okay, he messes up, you connect. Now, very simple changes from you. You'll have a better chance. He can read you. You're fast enough to hit him, but he can read you. And that's going to be kind of hard, because if he's able to get in his punches like he's sitting on his punches now with his 1-2, and they're fast as hell, that 1-2, and that fast jab he's using, you'll have challenges to land your right hand, especially if you don't learn to throw it a double right hand. Throw that right hand, and just when they think they're out of range, you step in and throw the second right. Unless you do that, I don't know. Now, and Deontay, since we're on that topic, let's talk about, we talked about what you changed in your fight, which was only a double jab. The other thing you were prepared for, Tyson Fury, that when you throw the right hand, that he was gonna bend to the right like he did in the first fight. So I know you were prepared now. Instead of throwing the right straight, you were gonna follow him. I think you probably trained for that. So you had the double jab, and be prepared to adjust your right coming down. I saw it. I saw that was your plan. because I saw you throw the punch in the fight. So I knew, that was an easy punch for him because you were pretty much planning that. So you did not prepare for a change, Tyson Fury. Don't worry, you're not the only one. Many of us didn't. So don't hold it against yourself. I blame your corner. They should have picked up on it. All right, but I'm going to show you the difference of what Tyson Fury did. The first thing is, remember his ex-coach trainers talking about him patting his nose and resetting. It's true. He pats and then he resets. In fact, it was so obvious that when he does this, in fact, he even turns his face sometimes. He turns his face when he does it. When he's really trying to reset it, that's a great time to hit him. Tyson Fury completely corrected that. Do you know how it is to break years and years of a rhythm and Tyson changed that? It might not seem very much to you all, but that's an amazing feat right there. Okay? Now the other thing he did not do, because he told you I was going to come in and I was going to be aggressive. So Deontay thought, okay, you know, he's feeding himself into my offense. Remember, you show your right hand, everyone knows when you're going to throw it. I know Tyson's smart enough, he sees it. All he knew he had to do wasn't do what he did. He was going to be aggressive. He needs to step back, a half step, control that distance, get away faster from that right hand and counter you. His whole plan was to counter you because he knew you had nothing else. After you threw that right and he avoided that so-called left hook that would come and sometimes don't come, because you step so wide when you throw the right hand, you have no position for any combinations or anything except, you know, sweeping that left hook. And right there, after you throw it, you stop. You would stop. Throw the left hook, you stop. Then the other guy has a chance. But normally nobody does. Tyson Fury was able to get away from it. And you saw, I think it was the end of the second round, he was able to, when you missed, he was able to run you down and connected. So, now the other thing Tyson Fury did was, he fought with his left hand up. He put his left hand up. At times, if he did that, he blocked your route of your right hand. So he had many ways of controlling your right hand, and you didn't realize he was actually controlling your right hand. You thought you had full control of it. He did so much to make you. And I gotta blame you, Deontay. You didn't throw enough right hands. If you know people are scared of right hands, you should have took that chance. You should have thrown a lot more right hands, because a lot more right hands would have really done the job for you. Trust me, if you're going, if you want to look at the odds, if the fight is getting tough, you throw that right hand, because at least you know one thing. Okay, he'll probably try to counter me if I miss it, but it's better for you to go for it. Okay? Because just standing there and taking what you're taking wasn't going to work either. You see, and that's the other thing that Tyson changed. He was willing to step back, not lean to the right, to go away from your right hand. When you threw the right hand, he didn't lean over like he did in the first fight. So what he did, he knew his plan was to step back and counter. Step back because they knew a left hook was going to come, or if they step back, you stop. You actually stop. After you throw the right hand, you're pretty much a stop. They can get you. And that was their whole plan. Now, Tyson also developed a power jab. A very good, fast power jab. And for a big dude, the other thing he changed, his 1-2 was now sitting down a little bit more on it, but it was fast. It was fast, 1-2. Okay? And he kept you busy. Now, I could go into detail and all of that, but I'm sure you understand. And everybody should understand that. Look at all those changes, and you're going to see that Tyson had a plan. It was easy of a fight to go into the Deontay than to back up. Okay, because Deontay went into the second fight thinking that it was round 13. I knocked him down. He was lucky to get up. All I have to do is connect. Deontay completely forgot that he's got to connect. And I mean, Tyson didn't keep Tyson Fury didn't keep anything as a secret. He said I was going to come forward. He said I was 50% when I fought you then, and if I train, I do a couple of training camps, I'll be in better shape. Now we all know, everybody says you got to equalize the punch. I call it the Terminator punch. Um, when a guy makes it difficult for you to connect and is hitting you all at the same time, you got to fight. You got to fight on your hands, and that's what happened. Okay. Now, we did talk about what you did. Now, can Deontay win a rematch? I mean, the third fight, he has the same chances as the first and second and the third fight. Same chances. Connect. And if he doesn't come in with anything different, it'll be difficult for him to connect. But at the same time, that's a lottery. Straight up lottery. Can Tyson Fury win the fight? Same lottery. So long as you don't get hit. Now, I do believe that you're gonna have to hit Tyson Fury very solid. You can't get him going backwards. So where he can take some of that power off of the punch. But even when I looked at the second fight, we all got a little favorites who we want to win, and that's fine. Everybody should have a favorite. The people connect with people in many different ways. Whatever it is, and you connected and you want your guy to win, that's fine. But call it for what it is, because that's what I do here. I wanted Tyson Fury to win because I understand what mental health is. If you don't know what it is, you'll never appreciate what he has done. And the other thing is you don't want to find out. Just leave it like that. All right? But it's a tough road. I love, just like everybody else, you love these little Cinderella stories and all of that. I mean, it's not the first time that Tyson Fury said he was going to do something and he did it. This is actually the second time to come out of where he was and actually take on the most dangerous man in the world. That's an amazing feat by itself. We knew, Deontay, everybody knew you had that punch. And now people know you're also tough because we saw you got hurt before, but it did seem like nobody else could connect to you. But now we know that even if they did, you weren't just going to fall down. What I suggest is accept what happened, enjoy it. I know it's tough to say. Many greats before you had to. It's not like you were gonna accept it and don't go into the third fight being an animal. You are, but it's gonna make it easier for you. The respect, it's gonna be higher more respect. Your fight game is gonna be different. If you want to win the third fight, there's only one way. You're gonna have to accept what happened. And all the ideas I came up with, and what I said, you need to find which one it was. You know which one it is. Just accept it. Now, all right. This channel is called Boxing Trash Talk, so let me trash talk for 2 minutes. Deontay, that was stupid. That was a stupid damn excuse. You should have just shut the fuck up. You should have said nothing. All right, I'm leaving the curse there. It was a great fight. Even though you were being dominated, you gained respect of a lot of people, and you should have let that go. The other thing is, and then you come back, you show up in a video talking about your peoples and your peoples, and no, you should have accepted it. And it's still not too late to come out, show yourself, and move on as a real champion. A champion is not a champion only when they win. All right, so you need to cut that crap out Get on the game, start accepting, and be a champion. Not because you lost, you're not a champion. Now it's time for you to show what a champion you are. Okay, Tyson Fury. I saw you. I think about a week ago on a morning show in England with your wife. You look calm. You look rested, but you look like you're not happy. Why do I say that? I think training does you well. I think it makes you happy. I know what you went through. You need to keep training, not because of the boxing, but in the whole, for your whole health, physical, mentally, and all of that. You know, like you said, you know, do what it takes. You don't want to fall back in anything. I'm not gonna put that on you. You move forward and you do the best. But you know, do what you think you need to be doing. Don't fall back into no holes. Well, that's it for now. I want you guys to subscribe. Okay, please subscribe, follow us. Listen to what I gotta say. You know, it's boxing trash talk, and don't forget. Sometimes I might say some things, but remember, I'm not any one of you, and I got a lot of respect for anybody who steps into the ring. As much as I have all that respect for some of you who go into the ring, I also say it bluntly that some of you shouldn't be taking some fights because you're just not equipped to win that fight. But I will always be respectful. When I'm talking trash, don't take me serious, but read between the lines. Read between the lines because there's a lot to learn for what I tried to say. Anyway, watch for my follow-up video. I hope Deontay, hope to see you out there doing something, more videos and interviews. I think that's going to help you very much. Tyson Fury, congratulations to you. Excellent. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of the way you did it. You got my respect. It's not easy to get. You did a lot of things. You did a lot of things to gain the respect, so that's okay. Be prepared because Deontay is gonna come prepared. I hope he does too. So long as everything is fair and open. You know, I'm all in on something like that. My suggestion to Deontay would have been not to take the rematch. The reason why, you definitely need to change some things. I mean, coming in and hoping to land the right hand. You know, what do you have? You had 20 rounds, and from 20 rounds you land the right hand 2 times. 2 times that was significant. And both of them things. So you have to change something. Now, don't change your whole fight. Just change something to give your chances of connecting better. See, I'm a boxing fan. I love boxing. It's an amazing sport. I want to. I want everybody to do their best they can. Most of all, you cannot go to be in boxing for 20 years and don't make no money. Okay, guys, make your money. Learn how to sell yourself. Learn how to do what you got to do. But you know, that is why I have so much respect, and at the same time, you know, I see many people who put so many years of their lives into this sport, and the biggest fight they got, you know, they make $100,000 or $200,000. That doesn't pay for 20 years of work and sacrifice. Okay, so you know, be smart out there and be smart. Understand what you're doing. You lead. Don't let other people lead, and then things will work out. All right, you all. Thank you very much. Watch for my follow-up on Deontay. All right. Thank you all so much.